There are so many plush yarns to choose from. Where do you start?
In this video, we're going to share one plush yarn that we think is the most beginner-friendly, crochet-friendly, and budget-friendly yarn.
We really love a lot of the plush yarns, and we've crocheted with so many of them. But when it came time to figure out which yarn we thought was the most beginner-friendly, we agreed on the top yarn on our list.
Bernat Blanket.
First, we're going to share 10 quick reasons why this yarn always graces the top of our list. And we're going to share our strategies for always getting the best price on this yarn so you can too. Because plush yarn is expensive. You know, it's like going to the grocery store to buy the lost leader items. They want to sell you those items. So plan carefully and get those sales.
Let's rewind. This video actually started last week.
We drove to a Joann fabric store that is farther away, but has the best yarn selection. The store has a wall of yarn.
And tons of additional rows of yarn.
This store has everything, except 7mm crochet hooks. Trust me, if you crochet with Bernat Blanket and get a few plushies under your belt before you try to work with some of the other super soft chenille and velvet yarns, you won't regret it. Here are 10 quick reasons it's at the very top of our list. 1. It is widely available at Walmart, Joann's, Michael's, and other online retailers. I've even found it in some of my other local super grocery stores.
Number 2. It comes in a wide array of solid and textured colors.
My very favorite's the baby blanket Sparkle.
Sparkle, sparkle.
Number 3, this yarn is very stable, which means if you're a cat lover, it survives the frisky kitty.
Number 4, it's easier to see the stitches than a lot of the chenille and velvet yarns. Pro tip, start with the lighter colors. And if you're older like I am, you still may need an additional light source, but the lighter colors are so much easier to see the stitches.
Definitely. Number 5, the yarn isn't sticky, so when it comes to frogging or ripping out your item, or increasing or decreasing, the yarn doesn't stick together.
Number 6 is the magic ring. It works perfectly every time.
Hallelujah! Number 7, there is very little shedding, which means less mess.
Much less mess.
When you snip this yarn, maybe a little bit will come off, but it is not the full-on caterpillar of fluff that comes off of a fluffy chenille yarn.
Yeah. Number 8 is the Bernat Blanket is a nice size 6 weight, which means that your items will work up to a medium to larger size plushie.
Number 9, many other brands of yarn come in the same size as Bernat Blanket, which makes it really easy to interchange for different colors and textures in your project. Side note, we created this whole other video just on combining yarns. So if you want to take a peek at that video, we'll link it in the description box.
Number 10, last but most importantly, is that it's budget friendly. We're going to show you how we get the best deal every time we purchase Bernat Blanket.
Drum roll! And now is the part we've all been waiting for. How do we get the very best deals on Bernat Blanket?
Yeah.
Your location may play a factor in availability for these yarns. You may have some super great gems on getting great deals, or you may have a really difficult time finding the deals we're talking about. But these ideas work for us, and we hope that maybe it'll give you some ideas to make it work for you too. Because at the end of the day, we all have budgets, and we want to get the most yarn for our buck.
Side note, Chelsea's husband is a coupon stacking receipt app. What did you say?
Aficionado.
He blows me away with all the deals that he can find, and it is just mind-numbing that he will stack 2 or 3 coupons and then put the receipt through various apps, and sometimes he gets paid to buy things. I don't have the brain capacity for that. It's not going to be hard like that, is it?
I can guarantee you it will not, because that goes right over my head too.
Thank goodness.
Tip number 1. We do not usually shop at Michael's for this yarn. They don't typically have the best sales, so we skip it and move on. Walmart occasionally has super reduced prices on select colors of this yarn. My mom just bought 6 skeins that were very reduced.
Yep. Everyday Walmart's everyday prices is like $9.97. So that's less than most of the craft store regular prices. But sometimes you can get these reduced prices online, and I just bought these 2 colors for just $6.97 a skein.
Nice, that's a deal. Tip number 3. There are other online retailers, like Hirschner's, that offer discounted bulk pricing on this yarn. Check out this 2 skein bundle for only $11.98. It's 600 grams of yarn. You'll see that the price of the skeins are less than half of the retail price.
Before we get to tip number 4, I want to let you in on a little secret. The Premier Chenille Basic Sprite yarn is a great replacement for the Bernat blanket yarn. However, it didn't make the top of our list because it's not easy to source. We can only buy this yarn online, but gram for gram, it comes out about the same price as the Bernat blanket yarn, and because the skeins are smaller, you can often get 2 or 3 times the colors versus the giant skeins of the Bernat blanket.
Tip number 4, our number 1 source for this yarn is Joann.
Hence our big trip down to the big Joann's.
Joann's often runs this yarn as a doorbuster sale, which means you can't stack coupons on top of it. That is my number 1 problem when I try to buy this yarn, because the doorbuster price is typically more than I want to pay for skein.
Right.
So what I do is I look in the ad and I see, hey, look, it's on sale for X price. Okay, if it's on regular sale, not a doorbuster sale, that means I can stack my total discount coupon on it. So I'll go online and I will place an order for curbside pickup, because there is almost always a 20% off coupon that you can use for curbside pickup. So I place my big order and I go and I pick it up, and I've got all of this yarn for 20% less dollars.
And how do you get that coupon?
Oh, okay. You can usually find a curbside pickup coupon on the Joann app, or you can go online and sign up for their physical mailing list to get a coupon that you can take in store with you. One of my super secret tricks, you can go to the store and buy anything, and then you'll get a special coupon at the end of your receipt that might be a better deal than the 20% off your total curbside pickup order.
Man, I wish I had known all of this before I started crocheting plushies.
I know, right? It would have made this whole process of getting started with plushies so much simpler.
Even though we're super happy with all of the plushies we've made so far, we have encountered some frustrations and have been through a lot of trial and error in not only selecting our yarn, but also in selecting our patterns.
We've definitely been fooled by some patterns. Not that the designer was trying to deceive us into thinking it was a certain way, but we just didn't know what we were getting ourselves into.
Yeah, we've definitely had some surprises for sure. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but knowing what to look for in your amigurumi patterns can definitely make your experience more enjoyable.
I definitely agree. If you're interested in 10 tips that can help you start your first or next amigurumi project, make sure you check out this video right here.